If you're an Amazon seller and you're wanting to patent one of your products and you're not really sure if it's worth patenting or if it's even patentable, then you gotta keep watching this video, because me and Rich Goldstein are gonna be going over 2 ways for determining if your product is actually patentable.
Absolutely. And so here's the thing, like there's a lot of different lenses you could look at it through to determine if it's worth patenting, if you should be patenting it. First thing we want to look at is, can you patent it? And I think it's pretty clear to anyone that to get a patent, the invention needs to be different, or the product needs to be different. How different does it need to be? First of all, it has to be what's called novel. Novel means that it's different in some way from what came before. The second part of it is non-obvious. So that means that even if no one has done exactly the same thing, is it enough of a difference, enough of a change that it would be unexpected to someone in the field? So non-obvious means that it's not obvious, means that it's unexpected. There's some additional level of inventorship. There's some type of additional innovation that you provided that's out of expectation. But in order to figure out if it's new and non-obvious, you have to know what to compare it to. So we need to find out what are the closest products to it that have been patented in the past. We're looking for what's called prior art. And prior art are previous inventions, previous work of other people. And this can come in the form of previous patents. It could be previous publications or products that have been on sale publicly in the past. Once you find the closest ideas to it, then you could compare and say, this is what I have that makes it different. And that's what the novelty and non-obviousness will be judged against.
So as far as we were talking earlier about a Coke can, right? And the tab on a Coke can. And I was saying, well, some people like to shotgun beers and shotgun drinks and stuff like that through a can. So if you put a hole or some kind of like adhesive strip that you could remove to then expose the hole and be able to chug the can really quickly, is that patentable? So give me your rundown on like, what was your reverse engineering on like if a hole at the bottom of a Coke can is patentable? Okay,
so really, let's assume that it is novel, that there is no previous example of a can that has a hole at the bottom that has an adhesive cover over it. So the next thing we're looking at is, well, is that non-obvious? And what we want to do is find out what's the closest things to it. So then one of the things we might be looking towards is other types of vent holes in cans. What are other examples of containers? And that would be the question, is like, okay, so if there are other items for drinking or other items for opening up that vent channel, would it be something that suggests to someone in the field, hey, you should do this?
Yeah.
It'd be the type of thing that kind of falls within the range of what people in the field would think of, people who design containers. They might not have done before, but they would know that this is the type of thing we do, which is obvious.
And now going on to that second way, determining the market potential and if competitors can knock off your adhesive, sticker with the hole.
The first part of it we were talking about is really, can I patent it? But the second part is more of a, should I patent it? Well, what are the alternatives to it? So if you were going to put this on the market, what about it are you able to patent? And then is that what's going to matter to the customer? And let me explain. Are people going to insist on having their can, their beer can with this hole and the tab to buy the product? So what you need to do is then in the second part, in figuring out whether you should be patenting it, you want to look at the market. You want to figure out what you're able to patent. And then is the thing that you're able to patent the same as what makes it marketable, same as what the customer is going to insist on having?
Gotcha. Okay. Well, thanks, Rich, for jumping on and explaining those 2 ways, to determine if you want to have a patent, if it's worth having a patent on it and all that kind of stuff. So if people want to get in touch with you and learn more about if their product is patentable and if it's worth it to go through the effort, where can they go?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to talk with my team to find out more about what can be done with your strategy, with your IP strategy on Amazon, go to ipforamazon.com and you can set up a strategy call with Larry Slavin from my team, and he'll spend time with you to go over what you're doing and where IP can fit within your current business and what can be done to increase the IP that you have and the value that it adds to your business.
Awesome. So again, ip4amazon.com, guys, is where you want to go if you want to get in touch with Larry from Rich's team. If you don't know who I am and what we do at Evolve Media, let me tell you real quick. My name is Ian Smith with Evolve Media, and we create content for Amazon sellers. So we will literally do a photo shoot, video shoot, then graphic design those photos into infographics. We'll build out brand story sections, storefronts, photo and video content, and user-generated content is actually a really big popular video right now. So we're creating user-generated videos or content, like influencer style videos for Amazon to be used as ads on the storefront, on the product detail pages. So if you need a free Amazon listing checklist, then go to amzchecklist.com. When you get that checklist, we'll give you a free listing audit and we'll determine how we can increase your conversion rate and everything like that. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you got some value. Thank you, Rich, for jumping on this video with me, and we will catch you guys in the next one.